Hey there, you're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today I am here with more Skyrim. Mala is here, standing at the home that we have been invited to stay the night, along with our companions Cerwiden and Jorin. And I received some comments on my last... Uh-oh. I guess we're not staying here. They invited us over and then they locked the door. Oh, wait, never mind. Okay. I was like, wow, that's rude. Come on in. Slam the door and lock it. Okay. Well, as I was saying, I received some comments from the previous episode in which Mala saved Ralof. And, oh, look at Cerwiden already changing her clothes. And we are here in his home. I think I've got the name right. That's Hod. Yeah, Ralof. And that caused some consternation among the ranks, because people thought that meant that Mala had chosen the side of the Stormcloaks. That's actually not the case. Mala simply... all she knows is that there is a civil war.
To live an adventurer's life. It's an awful lot of traveling.
Where is she? All the way over there. Her voice carries. Anyway, I was saying that Mala, all she knows is that there's a civil war, that there's a dragon sighted at Helgen that she saw herself, that it, and that there were two men in a cave who were trying to get word out, and that there was a possible cave-in, and so she just went to save both of the men. She didn't know that she could only save one, and, that's all metagaming that I know, but she didn't. So I just role-played it out. Mala hasn't chosen a side yet in the Civil War. Right now, she's going to find out some more about this Civil War, and that's what we're going to do in this episode, if there is information to be had. But she doesn't, she's knows that there's Stormcloaks, and she has been in Ulfric's palace, but she hasn't met Ulfric himself. So we're going to role play it out and see what she chooses. Eventually. She won't be choosing in this episode, I don't think. She needs to get more information. Like, she doesn't know anything about the Imperials yet, except what she's seen of them on the road.
I told you my sister would help us out.
Yes, you are right. She has.
I hope to see you in Windhelm. Good luck.
So, you have mentioned about Ulfric's Stormcloak. Why do you think I should join up? You really think this is the case?
Damn right. You don't have to be a Nord to fight for Skyrim's freedom. You should come to Windhelm with me and join the fight to free Skyrim. You've seen the true face of the Empire here today. If anyone will know what the coming of the dragon means, it's Ulfric.
Now, this is what... I'm gonna actually come out of Mala here if I can't, because I'm talking. But, this is what I mean here. Remember that Mala's whole ultimate quest, what she wants to know about, are the dragon voices in her head. The Civil War, yes, very important, but it's not her country, so, she also hasn't been treated badly yet, for being an elf. But if Ulfric knows where that dragon came from, that's gonna highly interest her. So let's see what she said. You think Ulfric knows where that dragon came from? Do you mean he may be able to show me more about the dragons?
Well, maybe not. Dragons haven't been seen in Skyrim for an age or more. But wherever that dragon came from, and whatever it wants, Ulfric will get to the bottom of it. You can count on that. Besides, you have your own score to settle with the Empire now. And with that dragon.
But you keep talking about a score to settle with the Empire. Did the Empire bring the dragon here? Is that why I should be upset with them?
Yeah, sure, I understand. No need to decide now. But I know that after you think about what you saw today, you'll realize that Skyrim deserves to be free.
Yes, well, you may think so, but I am still unsure as to what I would be fighting for. But if Ulfric knows more about the dragons, then that may be the place I wish to go. But, also, I have been given a task to warn the Jarl of Whiterun about the dragon attack, so... What do you know?
So you saw a dragon, did you? Tell me, what was it like? As big as a house?
It was much bigger than that. It was as big as the inn.
Well, I'll be. That would be a sight to see. Not that I actually want to see one, understand. I hope that dragon stays far away from here.
As do I, friend. And by the way, thank you for your home. It's very nice to not sleep in the tent for once. Jorin, would you quit pushing Mummy? I don't want to wake her. So, let's see. There are only 2 beds that I can see. I've also been given the tip to get Inigo, another follower, and I am very interested in that as well too, because there's no reason why Mala can't have another follower. I don't want to have more than 3 Jorin and Cerwiden. And Inigo or Vilya, because it's just too many people. I don't think you can sneak really well with that many followers, but we'll see. Okay, well, perhaps it would be a good idea to just... What time is it? Ah, it is pretty late. I think we will just go and sleep. I don't wish to push you off, but it would be nice to sleep. Ah, well, I guess we can't sleep there, since he is sitting on it. And I feel very, very rude to sleep with Gerdur. I don't know if she meant... I think it would be rather rude. So I don't like that we're gathering things from chests and stuff here, because this is not... I hope, though, we're not taking things that are marked as stolen. That is the harvest mod working in the background? Well, if she does not mind, I do not mind. She cannot snore louder than Vilya does. Mala, that was not a nice thing to say about Vilya. I also wanted to talk in this episode about the relationship that I see between Mala.
I really miss my friends from home. Lucas used to bring me cookies with his milk deliveries.
Between Vilya. I'm sorry, Vilya. I have Vilya on the brain right now. Between Mala, between me, between the game, and between you. And I've been giving this some thought in the time between recording episodes. And comments that I've received that some people have been unhappy with. Thank you for your help. I will move on now. It's time to head to Whiterun. Comments that I've received with people being surprised that Mala made a choice here or there, or I need to thank her. Good morning.
I'm glad to help any way I can.
Well, I can say that you do not snore much. I hope I did not keep you awake. What can you tell me about the Jarl?
Jarl Balgruuf? I don't mean to be disrespectful, as he's ruled Whiterun Hold well for years, but he seems in over his head now. He's been trying to stay out of the war, but it can't last. He's going to have to pick a side. I'm afraid he's going to make the wrong choice.
Are you afraid that he will choose the Empire?
I wouldn't say that. But he and Ulfric have been at odds for years, and I'm afraid Balgruuf will end up siding with the Empire because of it. But it's hard to believe that even Balgruuf would choose Elisif over Ulfric.
Who is Elisif?
I suppose she's Jarl Elisif now. She married High King Turig just before Ulfric killed him. The Empire supports her claim to be High Queen. I don't really have anything against her. Not her fault that her husband Turig was bought and paid for by the Empire. But she's nothing but a puppet for the Empire now, with her husband Turig dead. Ulfric will make sure she never takes the throne as High Queen.
Wait, are you saying that Ulfric, the man who can help me with the dragons, he killed the High King of Skyrim? Is that why they were searching for him?
Some say murdered, but it was a lawful challenge in the old way. Ulfric called him out as a traitor to Skyrim and killed him in single combat. If Torrig couldn't defend his throne, he had no business being High King.
So there is no High King now?
No, not until the moot meets to choose another, and it won't meet until one side or the other wins the war. Don't worry though. Ulfric is our rightful High King. He'll drive out the Empire, and Skyrim will have peace at last.
Well, peace is always a good thing. I just wonder how many people will die before peace is achieved. What are your particular thoughts about the war? I had no idea that I was getting so involved in Skyrim politics just by attempting to save 2 men in a cave.
The Empire may have been good for Skyrim once upon a time, but those days are long past. Banning the worship of Talos was the last straw. Thalmor everywhere, dragging people off for honoring our own gods. I'm glad Ralof is helping drive them out of here. If I was a bit younger, I might have joined the fight myself.
Okay. Though I've been through Riverwood many a time, I'm wondering what you may be able to tell me about it.
It's my mill. Some folks thinks it's my town too, but it ain't. The Jarl in Whiterun owns the land and the town. I just pay the taxes.
Well, thank you. Again, it has been a pleasure.
Until next time.
Yes, of course. As we continue on, I wanted to talk, as I was saying, about the role-playing aspect. This is a role-play focused Let's Play of Skyrim. And what that means, in my mind, is that there is a relationship between 4 people, as I mentioned before, or 4 entities. One is Mala, the character. One is me, the player. One is you, the viewer. And one is the game, or the game mechanics. So I'm balancing all 4 of those entities in my mind when I am recording and what Mala is going to say. Now, I roleplay to the extent that I often don't know what Mala is going to choose until she chooses it. I keep myself, distant from her. That's why I, do this third-person view sometimes to really clarify that it's me talking as opposed to her. And I don't always agree with what Mala chooses. But also, there are things that I, as a player, am unwilling to do. For example, the choice to have Vilya no longer be part of the Let's Play, that's my choice. Because as a Let's Player, I have to commentate, and I couldn't commentate over Vilya's story, which was very insistent, or her commentary, which was very insistent, so it was disruptive. So I made that choice, and then I need to work that into Mala's story somehow. What is this on this tree over here? Is that a little bird's nest, or... Huh! That is an odd mark on that tree. It's as if a bird was flying along and just bammed right into the tree. I will have to keep that in mind. So, that's why, and people ask me, well, it's very odd, because Mala and Vilya were like sisters, and they were so close, and then she's all of a sudden gone. And that's true. And I did my best to give you, a reason as to why that could be in-game. But sometimes, we just have to accept it. There's some things that I can't put up with, or won't put up with. And so, to keep myself sane in order to continue the Let's Play, some things that if a follower isn't working out, then I'm going to let the follower go. That's just roleplay, this managing all the interest of all 4 people. Now, on the other hand, the viewer has a say as well, too. And so I'm always considering the fact there are things that would be great to roleplay. Like, I'd love to just have Mala just meander along, and this, we're walking now because I'm talking. But, as a viewer, you guys are here to see a story, and you're here to see that story unfold. And so one of the things that I took away from Season 1 was that it's really important for us to move along on some of the quests. Now, I'm a very meandering player, and I'm happy to just go around picking herbs and exploring random caves and getting into little mini adventures, and that's great. And we can... Hello? You look like you are having a little trouble with that horse. Oh, hello, Jorin. As I was saying, and I get interrupted as well too, but the viewer is important is what I was saying, basically. And I need to move the story along because we don't want to be on season 8 and have Mala still be meandering around. We want to have her have completed at least a quest line, you know, and have evolved as well. And then there's also the aspect of the game mechanics. There are certain things that the game mechanics won't allow us to do, or for example, and this has less to do with game mechanics than style, but it has something to do with it, in that Mala started out with a desire to do magic, and she still has that desire. And so I was intending to do the quest line in season 1 of the Mage's College. And now Mala has discovered, or I should say I have discovered, the javelins, and this is a balance. Mala likes those javelins, but I really like those javelins, because you'll remember in season 1 that I was not so good with combat, and in season 2 I have improved, and in part that's a great deal because of the javelins. I don't do well with combat that's right up in my face and the things moving very quickly, as we have seen, and the javelins allow me to be more stealthy, and it really works for me. And coincidentally, it's also working for Mala. Now, if it didn't work for Mala at all somehow, like I just felt like it just didn't fit into her character, then I'd be stuck. I'd have to just start a new character that fit with the style that works for me. And you might be thinking, well, you know, she's just a character. You can make her do whatever you want. Well, I can sort of. I mean, with it, you know, she's not a completely separate entity from me, but it has to be within the Mala that we've set up and we know. I can't just suddenly change her personality. That's not believable. So, the game mechanics and using the javelins works better with the way the game is set up and combat is set up in Skyrim. So that's why Mala is now using javelins. And a viewer left a comment, a very smart comment, in that, well, if Mala's using javelins, then she shouldn't focus on magic. She should focus on these javelins and on being a ranged combat person. And that is what she's doing. But I don't... One of the reasons why I like Skyrim is that it's not linear. It's not set in stone, at least that I have seen. And that's why I like it. It gives me a lot of freedom. So I don't see any reason why Mala can't do javelins and have magic be as a support for her. Basically, Mala wants to survive in Skyrim with the least amount of pain and bloodshed to herself and her companions, and also to the people that, you know, she wants to take care of a bandit as painlessly for them as possible. You know, get him in the head with one shot and be done with it, basically. So, and if a bandit does, you know, surrender, sometimes she will let them go, sometimes she won't. I love the umbrellas. That's a great little, a neat thing there. But anyway, so I hope that gives you a better idea on how I view roleplay in gaming as a Let's Player. It's roleplay when you are by yourself in your home. It's different than roleplay when I am putting it up on YouTube, and there's a reason why it's called Let's Play. It's not called Me Play or Mala Play. It's not even called Skyrim Play. It's called Let's Play. It means all of us are participating in the storyline and the unfolding of Mala's story. My goal, ultimate goal, is that when we complete Mala's story, you can go back to the beginning of the episodes and see Mala evolve over time and change. And I believe I have done some of that already. Mala has evolved and changed. Not only that she now uses javelins as opposed to magic, but the type of person she is. Remember when she first hit the docks in Solitude? She was, not in Solitude, wherever she landed, in Windhelm. She was raw, scared, still cocky, her usual self, but, you know, freaked out, didn't know up from down. And now she is expanding into a woman who is a woman, who can take care of her own. Lastly, that brings me to one other point, and that is Mala has has a desire to be, you know, with a partner. I don't know what her gender preference is at all. I don't know. I know that she wants to, you know, not travel alone. She'd prefer to be with another person. So, to that end, you know, you've asked me if Mala will get married. The answer is yes. At least that's what she wants, and that's what I would like, so I hope we're going to see that happen. And I don't know who it's going to be. I don't have anyone pre-picked out. I have very few parts of Mala's story picked out. In fact, I can't think of anything I really have picked out in advance. There are certain things that I'm not willing to do as a player. Once again, considering my, you know, I'm not willing to do, you guys are probably going to jump all over me for this one, but I don't really want to do the Dark Brotherhood. If you want to see the Dark Brotherhood done, go and watch the Couch Warrior. He's doing a splendiferous Dark Brotherhood playthrough. I just don't want to play a character who does nothing but assassinate people. It's not my thing. So we won't be doing that. And I had an idea of some things. I won't be doing the Fighters Guild, really. Once again, not really all about the fighting. It would be the Mages Guild, maybe the Thieves Guild, even though Mala is not really into the Thieves Guild. But I think we're really going to focus on the main quest because of the focus on dragons. Ever since Mala ran into her first word wall in Season 1, she's been obsessed with dragons. And I don't blame her, because they're, you know, this voice in her head speaking a dragon tongue, that would make anyone curious, certainly me, and not something she could ignore. So all of her choices are really about that. And I'm really interested in getting her to the end of that main quest. And then after that, we have some DLC that we can do as well, too, depending on where her story is going at that point. So at this point, we're looking at the main quest, and then also, finally, the Mage's quest line, if Mala is still interested in doing that. And that will give us a good Skyrim playthrough with this character, without the playthrough dragging on and on and on and on, without a story unfolding. So, I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Let me know what you think in the comments below. In the meantime, we have meandered our way all the way to Whiterun. I have a hard time saying Whiterun. It's the W and the R just trips me up. Anyway. And we're going to see the Jarl, and Mala is hopefully going to be doing some dragon fighting fairly soon. And you might also be wondering, well, if Mala wants to get to know dragons, then how does she feel about fighting them? Well, if they're trying to kill her, then she feels okay about it. That's really what it comes down to, is if they're trying to toast her, flambe her, then she's really gonna, you know, defend herself. But it would be better if she could find one that would communicate with her. There is one more point I wanted to make, and that is what Mala can hear. Mala can hear me. Any kind of metagaming stuff I'm talking about, like I have been, she doesn't understand it and just lets it float on by. She doesn't know what I'm talking about, so she just lets it float on by. She will respond, of course, when I talk to her, usually. And also, this is really the first time that I have role-played like this, and it has been a tremendous success, as far as I'm concerned, as far as enjoyment. Story, experiencing Skyrim in a way I hadn't really ever experienced it before. I'd only played a little bit of Skyrim. One of the reasons I chose Skyrim to Let's Play is because it was open-ended.
Some of the Daedric princes in your mythology. Some of them remind me of the Lords of Chaos.
You know, I would like to know about this Lords of Chaos and the mythology that you talk about. We will have to do that. And once again, I give a call out to you guys to let me know if there is a way that I can have Vilya still be in Let's Play, but not be disruptive to the Let's Play aspect. Then happy to do that because Mala misses her. Mala, are you having trouble without your sister Vilya? What do you mean having trouble? I mean, do you miss her? We have discussed this before, I told you I did. But I also feel like it is important for me to go off and do things without her and then come back to her and tell her how I've grown. She cannot take care of me forever. Cerwiden is here, but she is not as overbearing as Vilya was, and though I do miss her, I wish to be out on my own for a little while. Reasonable. Alright. It's not like she is gone, she is just at the inn, is that correct? You have not made her disappear with one of your guardian angel tricks, have you? No, Mala, I haven't, of course not. She's still in the inn. Okay, well then why is the fuss? Ah, okay, good point. Yeah, it's basically like, it's like having two personalities in you, or since I do several Let's Plays, more than two personalities in me as well that come out. And it's a very interesting experience to not know what your character's going to do until they do it. This woman has a sword raised. What is the matter?
I just think we need
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgruuf is not receiving visitors.
I didn't know that there was a problem. I just wanted to tell you that there has been a dragon attack in Helgen and it has burned. And Riverwood is in danger.
Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
Alright. He does? Okay, let me just change my clothes really quickly. I'll be, right back. Just 1 minute. I just need a corner in which to change my clothes. Now let's see what you look like here. Yeah, this is your traveling outfit, honey. Let's get your meeting the Jarl outfit on. Which I can't remember how I have this set up. How do I have this set up? Gear set 2, gear set 3, gear set 4. Let's see what gear is. Ah, there we go. Perfect. Meeting the Jarl. Ooh, you look good, girl. Let me take a look at you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see. Oh, good. Cerwiden, you have put on a proper outfit. Wonderful. That's one of the things I like so much about Cerwiden is... Mala, you're a little cutie pie. I love the way she walks. Just strutting it. Okay, Mala, don't forget to curtsy. Do not tell me how to do it. I know how to do it. Alright, alright. Hello? Jarl Balgruuf, I am here to report news of a dragon attack at Helgen. Excuse me 1 moment, I have something very important to do. Little puppy, do not push Mummy. I'm in front of a Jarl talking about very important things. Oh, yes, of course. Okay, anyway. I was going to tell you that there has been a dragon sighted at Helgen, and I have been sent here to ask for reinforcements from Riverwood.
So, you were at Helgen? You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
Yes, I did, with my very eyes that are in my head. Now, I was very frightened, so they were rolling around a bit like this, and my head was going like up, and then down, and then back. You get the point. But, I did see a dragon. I'm glad that they give me another choice besides the second choice, because Mala didn't see them. She hasn't seen Ulfric's Stormcloak at Helgen. She only guesses he was there, but she, according to what she's been told. So I'm glad they have this upper choice here. The dragon destroyed Helgen, Jarl Balgruuf. Everything was burning. I only found one charred corpse. That's it. The last I saw, it was heading down the mountains in this direction.
By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
It's a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps? Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
Certainly, but I can assure you that is not a rumor. I saw it with my very own eyes.
Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill her in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
What does this have to do with dragons? That is what I am interested in.
Ah, no mere brute mercenary, but a thinker. Perhaps even a scholar? You see, when the stories of dragons began to circulate, many dismissed them as mere fantasies, rumors, impossibilities. One sure mark of a fool is to dismiss anything that falls outside his experience as being impossible. But I began to search for information about dragons. Where had they gone all those years ago? And where were they coming from?
So what is it that you need?
I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
Somehow I believe that what you call simplicity, I call a pain. Okay. Have you encountered any dragons yourself?
Sadly, no. My work affords me few opportunities for such an adventure. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragon's Reach, like old Olaf one I once did. What a fascinating conversation that would be.
Well,
This is a priority now. Anything we can use to fight this dragon, or dragons. We need it quickly, before it's too late.
Of course, Jarl Balgruuf. You seem to have found me an able assistant. I'm sure she will prove most useful.
Succeed at this, and you'll be rewarded. Whiterun will be in your debt.
well. Now, you guys will remember that from Season 1, that Mala already began the main quest before my computer, my old computer, went under, 6 feet under, and we went through Bleak Falls Barrow already in Season 1. Now, because Bleak Falls Barrow is such a, we've seen it so many times, not only in this Let's Play, but in other Let's Plays, I'm going to skip it, doing it again. And I'm just going to move us ahead in the quest line so that Mala is bringing the Dragonstone tablet back, since we've already done it once. And in my mind, she would still have it in her possession. And we will then move on with the main quest line in the next episode. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button below and encourage me. And if you loved what you saw, join the party, the ever-growing party, and subscribe. I'll see you back here in Skyrim in the next episode. Thank you, as always, for watching. And Mala thanks you too. Get every new Jessa Channel video right in your email inbox. Subscribe, then, from your YouTube homepage, click Manage Subscriptions then check email with new uploads. And thanks for watching.